Hi everyone. Hi, Merry Christmas. Actually, this is a video of my explanation. Welcome to my fifth video. This is the fifth video I'm gonna make. As for Christmas, I actually came here for a conclusion that yes, I got my presents ready, and I want to talk about some of these presents, of course. Well, this was only a video for explanation. However, it's going to be a little bit of a way of a react to make sure to all you understand about this. So let's start with the explanation of today is what are the gifts that I got. So first off, most of all clothing and perfume, which is basically the fashion good, but one of the most difference between all of those are the new setup I'm gonna bring out. So hold on a minute, I'll bring out the setup if you all don't mind. This is what they gave me for Christmas, and thanks to my dad, is basically a camera setup, which is the one of those Proplers $300 from the Dolphin Mall market from the electronics. This is a from the Ohm company, which is basically we have to create here, and I know how to use it. It's basically a Osmo Mobile, which is basically very helpful for now because since I used to do on the house days that I go ahead and put videos in house, I finally can do videos in this one. Well, this one has the GoPro, which is basically my loggy camera on the guy. If you all know that, because I'm using live chat to make sure I do it at home. However, in this one, in cases, this is better for making videos, and I'm thinking will be the best way to make videos in camera with my phone. So, why am I having this gift? Because of the setup that I have here. Well, first off, it's the studio. Basically, this setup was basically created by my dad, and my dad made his studio because from a past that I used to have, like as a child, that I wish to, let's say, I wish to have like a lot of things about it, and it was like the YouTube channel. Like I dream of being a YouTuber at first because you know why? It's basically because I like to become one. Like basically, I actually we all have a kid of a dream, and if we believe on YouTube, then we believe on YouTube. But sometimes it's not like a living in a way, but it feels like you want to make your YouTube channel your better channel and make sure you get your popularity. That's what it is for YouTube on the surface when they're the basics, while they're the pros and cons. Well, in this setup that my dad bought, I really appreciate that what he bought is very useful because this is a very useful thing for let's say having the signals and even the curse. So if you all don't know, this thing is they have a manual instruction from the crate. If you actually use the crate and most of all the manual instruction, it shows you the video of the manual, and for a reason you can go ahead and do that. So when I went to the manual, I actually has a GoPro on it, and it gave us this right here the well, you cannot see it, but over here, what you can see over here, this is the DJI Mimo, which is basically which is basically a app for this camera requirement, while they have the store with it. While this has a DJI store with it. And yes, I play games. Basically, I do play very much games, and basically, I'm a fan gamer, and for me, remember from the last video, I actually talk about being myself and try my telling you all about the live society and everything. However, I said also I do not care what gift you gave me. I will still accept whatever gift it is. For me and my desire, it's all about for me more gaming. Basically, like I love video games a lot. Like the thing is that it entertained me. It entertains me. It very hit good. I love how it entertains a lot of things for me. Like when I got bored, I used to play games, but I that's the living now. And people think like it is the pros and cons, and you don't want to do that single life when you're doing like you want to be that or like it's not what you're doing wrong, it's what you're doing you're trying. Like you're wasting time, but then again you're not because even though you have nothing to do in your life. Like I play the piano and then I used to play a lot and I sometimes I don't. And then when I play a lot and then I do and then you did progress, but you feel like you entertain yourself without, being what you are now. So for me, I have the piano and this one gift, if you all remember, I have this from a game thanks to my girlfriend who gave me this as a present. Here he is. This is Shadow Milk Cookie from Cookie Run. If you all are a fan of Cookie Run Kingdom, then you all probably know him by now. If you're new, then he's the Beast. Um, he's the third Beast from the Beasties, and he's actually my favorite Beast character because basically he has his best acting. He's acting voice and the deceit. Like he's a cookie of deceit. Basically, he's opposite than a pure vanilla cookie. Now, back to what we're saying. This plushie was actually from my girlfriend when she gave me. This is from my dad, what he bought. Like he bought me some stuff like let's say he bought me like one of those stuff that I like, which is basically say that he bought like he first bought is a this camera. Basically, he bought this, and then the other one he bought is basically the clothing, and then the other one, which is basically the other one is basically the clothing, the this one, and then there was the perfume. I remember my dad's gifts. He gave me three gifts, and that's it. Like you can buy whatever gift you are because somehow you buy whatever you like. If you it counts when you buy something like you like, but however it doesn't count when you buy more. So you can buy one gift or two gifts for yourself if you feel like you want to get some gifts, but in case of everything, yes, it's not easy when you think about it. Now, what I'm doing here with the GoPro. So, if you all heard of this video and you watched the manual, then it's easy to know this. Basically, this thing here is basically a device, which is a magnetic device with the camera with it. Now, this one is the camera where is the camera. Basically, the camera of let's say if you know this one right here, this is the Evorco visor camera, which is basically the one of those camera commands. And right here is the magnetic base with the curve. So basically this gripper, who is actually the this one or the armed card, this goes like this. It means you have to push far away if you're gonna put the phone on it. For me, when I put on the phone, it's very fitting. Like you do this and then pull very far until it fit in. It's like those grip that you had, and then it just calculate where you're putting it, and that's it. It's like that way. and then this is where you put your phone, and then when you put your phone, you have to flip this on, and it starts. Basically, it turns on when you're starting. Now, hear me out. This is a Manaya Pro robot. He does listen around. He follows you wherever you go. And it says here the Bluetooth here. That's my connection of the phone. So what? So this is like a robot that has a guiding. Like it guides you around. It goes around. It's like it follows. It follows around. So hear me out. So here goes the word. So be sure if you're using this and you don't understand what I'm saying, is that this has a GoPro thing that goes ahead and do this. So let's say you're doing right here in the settings. And then you have to be sure is that your Bluetooth is on and you see this over here. This from the screen. If you don't see it, it says OMB8 15 kilo. So basically, is a different setup. If you ever buy this setup, it's a setup that connects your phone and most of all for Bluetooth. It says this is has a Emergo Pro. This has a U spammer. U spammer, which is basically the lightning. So let's say turn on this and then turn on like that, and then you can see a lot of it because this is a light tester, and then this is where you turn on, like you start hold it, and then so let's say you have to hold this, it turns on your flashlight when you're doing like you're doing a vlog. You can change up the brightness, and I don't recommend too much bright because it's gonna be bad in your eye, but like this, if you're gonna do normally, it shows you like it shows your face, it shows your very much face, and you start to realize that this is only when you show your face, and then this is where you change your color. Basically, changing your color over here is a fake. So either you put two or not, but I prefer put two because it's like that. Yeah, it's like that is a word, but in case of everyday, this is a Virgo arrogance. So so when you get this, this is four options, which is basically the stabilizer app and then everyday. So let's say this go to a rotated stabilizer, which is basically like it shows like this. If you see this right here, the signal right over here, is if you don't see it, is a circle router, which is basically the bottom part that only rotates the higher part, because the higher part follows while this one over here is basically like holding steady, and then that's where, so let's say like right here, while this one is holding steady, which is go around you. And then this is the graphical GoPro, which is basically you move your camera up or down. Basically, this hits like if you go left, it goes left, right, up, where you go, and then down. It's like in vertical. It's a vertical. And this one red button right here is basically the record button. And this is the switch camera button. So let me put the camera, and then you start over here to the camera, and then you start go is recordable, clean camera lens. So right here, if you go over here and then goes here, and then this is the record, which is basically live. Like you put live and then you just try to go. So let's say you go left. What a face again. Hold on. So let's start with this. Yeah, there you go. So basically, this is a face way, and then you put live, start living, and that's it. Like you, it's like a hold button for going live. Well, you hold it live, but it shows you like if you hold it on live. However, it helps you to understand. So basically, the amp power is the amp power, which is basically chaining your fur and its fur. Well, this has other stuff, which is basically one of my favorites, which is this thing right here. This right here is the gripper that goes to. So if you see a click here, this helps you to adjust your changing position, which is basically like face through to you, and then go like this, and face to you, basically like that. And then the other one, which is basically the well, this go ahead and do record. You can actually do signals. So basically, let's do this. You have a stand over here, which is basically the stand over here, which is basically you pull this down and basically you hold it as a stand. A stand like this. It's a three-part stand, and you put it right over here. This is a position of where you take your stand, right? So let me put it over here. Let's say you want to go ahead and put the stand like it follows. Like you want to make sure it follows you. So let's say you're going to like there are some positions that you should do. It's like you do like this. This follows you. It follows. Basically, it follows like this. Like this is the stop, which is basically say it like this. All right, like this. So you gotta hold it, and it's on lock mode. Which basically it takes time because you gotta adjust because when you see the camera in red, when you see the camera in red, basically the red signal means is on lock mode. If you put your hand like this goes green mode, and that was go to follow mode. So that's how it works. So when you're doing that, there's another one called this. So it face you, that'll go like this. Double L's. Double L's. All right, put it. I remember this in the video, okay? Make sure you find the link here. Right here. All right. And so it's like this double L's. If you see the tutorial, it says like you adjust your position. Like let's say you do it like this, almost like, and then it goes around, follows you around. So since the adjust position worked, it's like this. Go like this. Wait for those double L's. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, now he's on position. So when you move like this, it shows your camera, and then you start again, and then it shows you're in a different position. Now I'm in the left side, and now it follows on the left side, which basically is the best thing that this can do. So it takes time. It takes time to get their address ready. And then when you go to record, you have to do is this two V's. Hold those two V's, and it's on live. And which is on the live, and they actually put out a photo of it, which is basic. So with your app photo, you do this. Which is basically gives you the photo, which is basically like this. It shows you the photo when you put out the two V's. But when you go in live mode, it's actually different. So let's say you go in the video and then you go this. And it starts living like trace. So this is a command of activate and deactivate. When you're in live mode, you do two times, do once, and wait. When it hits the blinking yellow, means it's preparing. When you're done, do this again, blinking yellow, and then it shuts down the live stream. Which is basically this camera helps a lot of things. This helps a lot in the studio and the tour. And if you are gonna take a tour, you have to do is to do like this, hide, careful with your grip it, and then pull this up, which is basically the great standbys. This is very controversial. This is very controversial. Like you get a tour around the house. It's like you take a tour and then you just go around like this is the living. Like this is about life, and this is why this camera helps. So you turn around, you turn around. All right, because you're in live. Okay, turn around. Oh yeah, because he's not in the position where you can do right. So see, it's like those things, you know. And then that's where we all get to those things. And that's where it all begins. You do this, and then it hits very much. Like this helps you a lot of stuff. And so wait for it. It's actually very useful. I love this steak. It helps you a lot. It really does help. way, this way, this way, and it goes this way. And then you put on record mode. And that's where it all begins. That's what it works. This is what got Bobby for going around tours to make sure making videos in the phone, which is basically true. However, it's very necessary to think about this as a video where I'm supposed to react well with the people. And yes, this is a gift that this is one of the grand gifts I got from my girlfriend when I am a fan of Cookie Run, and that is where I get very be useful in the studio. Like first off, when I want to buy myself a gift, is it count? Yes. You buy yourself a gift and it counts. And it's okay. If you buy yourself a gift, that's yourself a gift. That's all you want to get. But then again, it's your decision if you want to be useful. That's why I think like, okay, that's like you want to be useful. Okay. So that's what it is for me. And then when you turn it off, it turns to fold mode, and then it folds to like that, and then it's your chance to take it off. So, in case of everything, yep, that's what it works. It's time for you to take it off, and it's only when you actually allowed to take it off. And yep, that's the tour of this thing. Basically, very helpful, very usable, and I think this is actually gonna change a lot of the things in this channel because since I was thinking about taking you guys out to show you the world where I live in, but I'm aware of when they're gonna expose my place or expose whatever you want to go. It's basically like that. However, it's like that actually is actually like that because people go around in the world try to find a location, and we know about that. Like, let's say you go ahead and try to look what is going on until then you realize that what are those locations comes about. Okay, and yes, I'm agreed that these locations comes from a lot of people. This, like when I first started this, I was like thinking that this is going to be a worst case of cut scenario, which is not easily. I just like the part of where you're trying to do all the work until you're trying, but it's not a problem. It just lives in, like, somehow you live in a world where you like to buy your stuff. Well, you want to buy everything by yourself, but it's not going to be useful in a way. In a way, you show is not going to be very useful. Like I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. Like you want to buy yourself a game or like you want to entertain yourself. Like for me, when I first thought about making playing a game, I started to think about like a lot of things. Like from stream, I actually love to play some of those free games. Well, the free games are the free games. Some of those are the free games where you let's say not it's not a worth it. Like let's say it's not worth it to play those free games because some of these free games are like, let's say, toxic. One of these days you start to realize that these games can make you feel emotional rage. Well, yeah, it's emotional rage, but in ways of living, that's not how it works when you express. Like, emotional rage is basically expressing your suck. Like, you suck, but you tried. That's like, yeah, that's like what it is for everybody. Like, I don't think it's bad, but however, it's so not necessary. Like, for me, when I first thought about it, I talking to myself, is it very necessary to be mad of when you suck at the game? Basically, yes, it's not necessary because it's not even worth it. Like, imagine that you played a game and you actually try your best to play into the game when you are trying to do. Like, that's what it is for everybody to live in one rage game in the video game. Like, in any video game, you start to realize that those video games can make you feel very rageable because somehow you do not do well. For me, I think you're trying your best. Like, you're trying your best because you think you're raging in a game. Like, for me, I don't rage in games. I never raged once because in my life I knew rage was the only thing that comes to you. Like, let's say a rage is a thing like you are trying to get to be in a mad mind, and it's actually a very usable to make sure that you suck or you don't. Like, any type of game that you're trying to be best at, it sometimes will be fine if you suck, because sometimes you don't do well, but you do well in a way that you don't realize it. Like, that's what I saw about rage. Like, rage is a thing of, let's say, you suck but you don't suck. Like, you don't suck. Like, for me, I don't suck in games. I do suck in some point, but it doesn't mean it has to be very talented. Like, if you want to be talented, you have to be talented to get these attention of the people. And it's okay if you think about it, but in ways I look at it, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary to be talented. You might be very skilled in games and trying your best to make sure that these are like your type. Like, I suck at in arcade games. One time I have a gift from my dad. Hold on, let me show you which one, okay? Let me show you which one. Here it is. So this is my dad's who what he bought in when I tell on the phone call when he was in his life. This is the Pandora 8 Sports console, which is basically from my dad's friend who gave me with the two big recordable controllers. This, if you all don't know what this is one of those classic games that you actually, like, if you actually imagine from an arcade machine and then you actually have the ability to play those arcade like bear for like those switchers, and then you like the break and like you want to play the classic games. Those are the old classics of any arcade game in any arcade. Like, one of these classics arcade digs is that this has 3,000 old games, fighting to adventure to puzzle to everything. This is like the only thing that makes me feel like I like to play it in the old 80s or 90s. Like, this has 300 games. While this is a very good console, it's not the most usable. For me, I like to play whatever game it is. Like, if it's a collection of one piece of game, then it's okay. It's really okay. I love the game. Sometimes you do not get to be custom by you want to buy another game while you want it. Like, for me, when you play a game, you actually think like you want to play a different game. Like, yes, we all been through. Like, you want to play a different game, you want to play whatever game you like. That's like that's the living of the game for. Like, let's say you want to play those games and then you want to be where you are. Like, that's the whole point of everybody, right? So what I'm saying is, it's not bad what you're thinking when you want to play a other game. It's not bad what you're thinking. What you're thinking is you want to do something else. You want to do something else to make sure you love to play these games for real. Like, it's not bad when you want to play a different game. Like, you want to play a game that what you like, and then you like the other game. You want to play another one, and another one, and another one. That's like you want to get a collection that they don't want you to get. Like, you love games, but even though there's purpose outside. Like, for me, I understand that. Really understand about my family and motives about me getting over the wall to make sure that this is a life. But in life, it's about your decisions when you are ready to take what you're thinking. It's like you want to think what you want to think. Like they don't want you to think worse. And yes, it's actually true when you think about it. Like think about it this way. You like to play a game and then they actually tells you that in these times it's not even simple when you're playing it. Like let's say you want to play a game that was only into a website that you love, like you want to play and show to the people what you're playing in. And yes, it's actually very much in the computer mostly because of one application called Steam. Now, if you all know Steam, Steam is an application that my brother uses in the past, and I never understood it, what it is or what it was, but when I first found out it's about all games activated, like you play whatever game you are in Steam, and Steam helps you to get overwhelmed. Like I would love to do a sponsor of it, but basically, let's say this. This is basically my dad telling me that this is enough games for me to play whatever I could. And I did. I actually play a lot of this and it was so fun. It's like it feels so classic. It feels like you're into the what are those arcades like you're steady up. Like it's fun to play by yourself, but it's also fun to play with other people like your opponents or your friends or your enemies. Like that's okay. It's really okay. I like the classic games. Really, but also you want to play a different one, and that's okay if you think about a different motor, like you want to go play a different game and you will want to stay there. Like a lot of people think that people don't want you to play a lot of games because you think that they want you to keep your mind straight at some point. And yes, it's true, it keeps your mind straight at some point. Sometimes there's a pros and cons. Like everybody has a pros and cons. Not even your parents, even me, even yourself, even your everybody. Like everybody has one. Like people talk a lot and they actually talk. They actually really talk. And when people actually start to realize that all the time when you're actually getting something for Christmas, the only thing you're getting guarantee you is that you get a good guarantee of 100% clothing. That's where I saw 100% clothing, fashion, ooh, fashion, most of all fashion, and then there's the other one which is basically whatever like a book or something like in a way of Christmas. You get a fashion and clothing. Clothing is the biggest thing about gift, while other ones are desires. Like you get a 50% chance of getting what you desire. And yes, it happened for what I desire. Like this is what I desire for my girlfriend to give me. And I had to thank her for giving me this plushie because this plushie really, really, really got me into the Cookie Run kingdom when I figured out that this is my favorite character. I never stopped talking about. Like I never stopped talking about him because actually his voice acting, his deceit persona as a villain was a good show. Was a very good show. And this one over here, this is a very usable thing for all the travelers and all the videos that you need to use. Like this really helps you. This really helps me a lot to get something I need to do. Like you need to use this to make sure that you make videos or make something else. Like that's what it is. For me, I think my family gave me good presents. I'm not gonna lie. They gave me very good presents. They actually gave me a good heart, and I love to give them back for a reason. When you want to buy yourself a gift, yeah, a lot of people buy themselves a gift, and I actually understand that they actually need to buy themselves a gift. Like you want to buy that one as a gift, you want to buy that one as a gift. That's what it is. I understood that everything of that is fine, but sometimes, like this is a good thing for traveling, but a risky maneuver of like people tend to go in and dox you or know the place where you're at. Like I like to have people around my channel, but however, it's only when you allow to they say I want to follow your channel because I like your channel. That is what people want to say. Like, it's okay if you say that. Like, that's why they follow you. They follow you because they like your channel and they like what you're doing and they like what you're trying to do. And that's basically what it is. Like, for me, I think it's fine. I think it's very fine what you're doing. Like, I'm fine with it. I'm very fine with it. It's like it's okay if you think about it. Like, I like how you all were trying to say that this is illegal, but what are these videos of live? I'm just gonna shut all of them off to private because this is only a face reveal of me, and then when I leave, I'm allowed to leave, which is basically the only time when I'm gonna do is face off, and they try to make a character of mine that I might have to make. So, in case of everything, everyone, I love this explanation that I'm doing all I could to make sure you guys understood about my content. It's not a bad thing, but it's actually a living thing. I love to play games. I like to have life lessons. I like to have like you be whatever tell you are, and that's it. That's all you do. That's all you do. So, for all of your sake, everybody, I thank you for coming here in this video, and I hope you all understand that this is a next time that I might gonna have to talk about this Christmas video. Like next one will be only depending of what video I'm going for it, and I'm gonna show you all what I'm doing. Okay, so for all of your sake, for a Merry Christmas, everybody, and I hope and very hope that you all are fine out there. So peace out and live and comment and like and subscribe if you want. There's no force. Thank you and thank you for coming here again. Merry Christmas! And I'm going to make another video almost to the New Year, so it's Revor de Vista, boys.